This video will explain the driver's license exam to you. And I'll go ahead and apologize if you hear the cats, the dogs, or the cuckoo clock. And I'll apologize for my voice because I've been coughing 3 days due to the allergies. So here's my GUI. I've got the driver's license exam. I have a place for the user to input the file name in case they want to input more than one file. I have a button to read the results and to clear all. I have a label here for the results, and I have a list box to list all the incorrect questions that they got. I have a student.txt file, and here's the answers that I input into it. And in the student.txt file I have 3 incorrect questions. I think they're 3, 4, and 10. Okay, and here's my code for this. Okay, let's start at the top here. Since I'm going to be working with reading from a text file, I need to make sure that I use the system I/O for input and output. Everything I'm doing pretty much is going to be in that one button, which when I started I hadn't named it, so it's just going to be button one click. And that was this read results button. And what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm doing is I'm creating a string array that has all the answers in it that they give us in the book. Then I'm going to create an empty string array that has the student answers, and that's what I'm going to read from that text file. I'm also going to create a list, and this list is going to contain the incorrect questions. And the reason why I'm using a list is because this is going to be any number. I don't know what the number is. So since I don't know what the number is, it's better for me to use the list than an array. An array, you need to know what size the number is. I have 3 variables here: a count, an index, and a Q number. The count is to hold the correct count. The index is to look at the index number of the item that I'm looking at, and the Q number is for the question number. And I have a try and catch here. So if the file exists, I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to get the file name. I'm going to create an object for that input file from the stream reader. And as long as I'm not at the end of the file, I'm going to read this file. I'm going to get the student answer array, and I'm going to read that first line, and I'm going to put whatever I'm reading in that line, I'm going to put it into the index of the student answer array. So this time I'm on index 0. So the first line I read is going to go into the student answer array at position 0. And then I'm going to check, and I'm going to look at the student answer array at position 0, and I'm going to look at the answer array at position 0. I'm going to see if they're equal. If they are, I'm going to add 1 to the correct count. If they're not, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the Q number equals index plus 1. And the reason why I'm doing this is because my index is at 0, but my question numbers start at 1. They go from 1 to 20. So my question number is always going to be 1 higher than the index number. So the first question is not question 0. The first question is question 1. Then I'm going to add that question number. I'm going to change it to a string, and I'm going to add it to that incorrect list. Now I'm going to increment my index by 1, and I'm going to go up and I'm going to read the next line. And I'm going to do the same thing over again until I'm at the end of the file. Once I'm at the end of the file, I'm going to get out of the loop, and I'm going to close the file. And then I get to calculate my results. And they said if the count is greater than 15, then they pass the test. So I'll display you passed the test. Else, they failed the test. And then I need to display whatever answers they got incorrect. So for each item in that incorrect list, I want to add it to that incorrect box that I have there. Now when I first click on that button, if that file is not found, it's going to go into this exception here and it's going to show a message, file not found, and it's not going to do any of that stuff. When the person hits the clear button, it's going to clear the text file name, it's going to clear the label result, and it's going to clear the list box. I don't need to clear anything else because next time they click on that button, the count is going to go back to 0, the index is going to go back to 0, and the Q number is going to go back to 0. So let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Okay, let's type in the file name and read the results. You passed the test. They had 3 incorrect questions, 3, 4, and 10. Remember I said they had 3 of them. And we'll clear. And let's put in an incorrect file name. And it tells me file not found. It's okay. And let's clear that. Okay, so that's this program. That's a program explained. If you have any questions, I've got the pseudocode and the program up on here along with this video for you to look at. Just email me and let me know, and hopefully this will explain it to you, and I will talk to you guys later.